Welcome. It's time for What's Up and About, apart from MM's red hair. Have you seen What's it called? Braveheart. It's a cartoon. Braveheart.
Yeah.
It's a girl. It's a Nordic cartoon, Disney cartoon. She had that hair, and the accent sounded very nice. You're welcome. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Oh, she has a very interesting story. What was that story? Why are you acting surprised? You told us about
I'm
the
not
story.
actually
this
surprised.
morning.
Okay, so I'm surprised at the interesting in the statements. But anyways, yeah, I guess it's interesting for some.
It is.
Okay, so Darius Jackson, right, who happens to be Keke Palmer's boyfriend, literally put up a post.
baby father.
Baby father.
Oh, and baby father, yes. Put up a post sometime yesterday talking about the Alfish Award to a certain Usher's concerts. Now, it was a dress that literally had a cutout of like a swimwear, and then the rest of it was like sheer and all of that. So now, I think what got very interesting for me was the statement he actually put out. It wasn't a statement, it was a post. So he said, we live in a generation where a man of the family doesn't want the wife and mother of his kids to showcase booty chicks to please others, and he gets told how much of a hater he is. This is my family and my representation. I have standards and morals to what I believe. I rest my case. I'm gonna say this is actually very well said. So like this has literally got a lot of buzz off the internet. So there's people talking about how, oh yeah, you know she's an entertainer, she's a grown woman, I know.
Why do you do that when you said that?
And she literally has a right to wear whatever she wants to wear. On the other hand, some people are like, okay, yes, what role, or will I say, to what extent does a significant other have
What influence? How much
what
influence
influence
do they
exactly?
have on
Especially,
your
I mean, he
personal
spoke of
preferences?
having standards and morals. So now, what influence does that have to the representation of your family?
I don't know. I want to hear your take first, Evan. What do you think about that? I asked because
Okay, so
you know
first
you are.
off, yes.
You know, you're in the public eye as well.
Yeah.
So is your husband as well. You know, so sometimes you can have these crazy
Yes.
dresses you wear.
Wow,
I'm wondering-
Mazino, thank you for calling me out on that one. Really appreciate it. But okay, so I hear people say this a lot, especially because even after 2 kids, people tease me a lot and say, "Oh, you're a mom of 2 kids. You're supposed to dress a certain way." And that is fine, because we also live in a society where people are expected to live a certain way, especially after motherhood, or even women, because we are seen to be the bonds that make a home. We are seen to be the fixers. We are seen to be. We are supposed to be a certain way.
You're the skill upon which people judge
How
the
your quality of a family, right? Which is okay.
Which is
It is
wrong.
fine.
Totally wrong.
I bet.
you have a father.
Yeah,
that's
but in this instance, people should also learn to separate the personality from the
profession.
no, not profession, from the person. The person is one person. The person in regards to how the person looks, how the person wants to look,
Project.
how the person, what people will say, the way you're seen is how you're being addressed. But in this instance, people, it's like judging people based on how they look, not how they really are.
So the truth is, so my comment to that, not the whole issue, my comment to that, judge people how they look based on how they really are, out of their abundance.
Oh, the body dresses.
That's the way I see it, to be honest. Because I'm like, it's an overflow. Do you understand?
So, sorry,
it's an
darling.
expression. What comes from? Do you understand? It comes
Yeah,
out and shows and reflects the person you are.
and first off, in regards to Kiki and her husband, he's always known that's who Kiki, boyfriend rather.
yeah.
He's always known that this is how Kiki dresses. This is who she is.
Boom.
If he wanted somebody that is all covered up from head to toe, it's like the instance actually draws my attention. It brings to mind the instance between what's her name again, Meg. I'll try and remember her name. She's an actress, she married a pastor. People expected her to act a certain way because she was married to a pastor. But the truth is, that is how she really is, right? So people should not expect that, she should automatically change the way she looks because of her husband, just to meet her husband's standards.
Let me get in there for a second. First off, Keke Palmer is Keke Palmer. Keke Palmer is what Keke Palmer will always do. I like her. She's very expressive. I love her. I've always loved her since Aquila and the Bee. Hey, what's not to love? However, her and her boyfriend, they're not legally married. Let's get that clear, first of all. They're still very, very individual until they're married. Secondly, this is a woman who's been in the public eye, who's been a celebrity since she was a kid. She's not new to the way celebrities dress and what celebrities are supposed to do. This was an Usher concert. And I do believe that there might have been some pre-arrangement because she was up on stage with Usher. Usher was singing to her, wasn't she?
She wasn't up on stage.
But
I think
she had the
it's a situation
attention.
where he actually went
There you go.
to the crowd.
I think that was prearranged. If that's prearranged, I'm going to
don't
want to
think it was
show up to kill if I'm Keke Palmer.
Okay, so
I'm going
I
to want
don't
to
think
show up and let the picture show that this is Keke Palmer. Oh, look what she's wearing. This is something her boyfriend or significant other should note that, it's all entertainment, it's all celebrities, this is what they do. However, then there is the home front. If my partner, legally married,
If you allow your partner actually...
would I,
That's the question.
I would, wow. So,
Oh, wow.
so,
it's easy
so
to-
there's, and I'll say there's a point to what you said, but I have to understand why, who, especially.
So now,
I got
as
married
much as
to.
yes, I understand what everybody is saying, right? My own issue now, it's not an issue. My focus now is on what he said. It is my family. Boy, put a ring on it. My representation. So that is what I want to literally focus on,
Yeah.
right?
He
When
has
he
that
said
right.
My representation, because the truth is when
Only
you join
after marriage
yeah,
he
of
has
course.
that.
Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
But I'm saying, okay, now let's just imagine,
That they're
hypothetically, they're married. Now, he's talking about her being his representative, because the truth is, that's honestly what I believe as well. I believe a man and woman join together, they're both one person, and they're expressing in different ways. Now, to what extent does the other person's opinion on certain matters join? So,
Oh,
so
100.
the situation of where an entertainer gets married to a pastor or all of that,
So,
right?
one
So now,
word.
one person is meant to understand that, fine, she has a career, she's meant to be perceived as this, but is she not also meant to understand that, okay, my husband also has a thing, career, profession, calling, whatever, and then even if he doesn't have that, right? As a person, he has certain morals, he has certain standards. There's a way he wants his family to be expressed, right? Doesn't that matter?
Absolutely. And that's where conversation comes in as a family.
I think
That's
you
where-
also
one
need-
word, MM.
yeah.
Understanding.
Yes,
Yeah.
I understand. Yes,
Conversation,
understanding.
communication.
Yeah, because I mean, you also use the instance between myself and my husband, right? I mean, when you see my husband, he's always prim and proper.
Hey,
right?
good morning, Mazzino.
And
How are
then-
you?
and then you see me. I'm wearing a ginger hair. Well, you decide on how I'm being perceived to you. That's personal. But like I said, it comes from a place of understanding. So, for example, there are certain things that my husband would not even would not want me to wear, right? He doesn't like tattoos. He doesn't like leg chains, right?
And you don't
I
wear them.
love them.
But
I actually love them. But because it's not what he likes,
Yeah.
I mean,
A
I
bit of
have to,
consideration,
yeah,
yeah.
just certain
Understanding on his
compromises
part,
that we have to
consideration
make.
on yours.
So we can't exactly really blame Keke Palmer in this instance. Maybe
I
because
really don't.
she's not, well, until they're married, then you can now say, okay, the man actually really has some certain...
I feel that until I'm married will apply here more than it will apply there, because now we know that baby mamas and family and
Are
people
practically-
Cohabiting together.
Yeah, cohabiting together are literally a way of life over
No,
there.
yeah.
So yeah, I feel some, because also people talk about the way she literally was expressing. No, it was not. She wasn't performing or anything.
Yeah, she was-
But she was all up on Usher and doing all of that, and then turning around, and it's I feel it's enough to literally get any significant other riled up, to be honest. I mean, I post stuff and my husband is like, this thing you're posting.
I remember being on the beach,
Take it
Winfrey, and I saw a certain lady who was wearing something similar to what she was wearing. Do you
On
know
the
who it was?
beach?
Yes. Do you
On
know
the
who it was?
beach?
Yeah, I know, but do you
On
know?
the beach. That's where that
Winfrey,
conversation is to
it was you.
On the beach. On the beach.
I've heard you. Tell us what you think. Use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC on the beach.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
Wow, that's a...